Welcome to the listening section of the TOEFL mock test, brought to you by Spinta. This section measures your ability to understand conversations and lectures in English. In this section, you will listen to several conversations and academic lectures. Each conversation and lecture is followed by a number of questions. You will hear each conversation or lecture only one time. You may take notes while you listen. You may use your notes to help you answer the questions. Some of the questions will replay part of the audio for you. Answer the questions based on what is stated or implied by the speakers. You must answer each question before moving on. You cannot return to previous questions in this section.
Good morning, everyone. Today I want to discuss how urbanization alters local stream ecosystems and what green infrastructure can do to mitigate those impacts. As cities expand, we add large areas of impervious surfaces such as roads, parking lots, and rooftops. These surfaces change the hydrology of urban watersheds by preventing infiltration and increasing surface runoff. The first consequence is a change in flow regime. Instead of slow, sustained base flow that sustains aquatic life, streams experience flashy flows after storms, with higher peak discharges and lower flows between rains. These hydrological changes cause physical effects such as channel incision, bank erosion, and loss of habitat complexity. They also have chemical impacts. Runoff picks up a suite of pollutants. Common contaminants include nitrates and phosphates from fertilizers, hydrocarbons and heavy metals from vehicles, and elevated temperatures from heated pavement. Together, these changes can lead to eutrophication, reduced dissolved oxygen, and a decline in sensitive organisms. We often measure changes using macroinvertebrate sampling because these organisms are reliable bioindicators of stream health. Let me give you two case studies that illustrate both the problem and potential solutions. First, consider a mid-sized city in the Pacific Northwest, where impervious cover rose from 10% to 35% over 3 decades. Researchers observed that benthic macroinvertebrate diversity dropped by nearly half during that period. In response, the city implemented bioretention cells and permeable pavement in several neighborhoods. Follow-up monitoring showed a measurable reduction in peak runoff and improvements in macroinvertebrate indices within 5 years. My second example is a high-profile urban river restoration in Singapore. The Bishan Ang Mo Kio River was transformed from a straight concrete channel into a naturalized river corridor with floodplains and native vegetation. That project reduced flood risk, improved water quality through enhanced natural filtration, and increased urban biodiversity. It also created recreational green space, illustrating how ecosystem services and social benefits often go hand in hand. So what is green infrastructure in practical terms? It includes techniques like green roofs, rain gardens, constructed wetlands, porous pavements, and riparian buffers. These measures work by restoring infiltration, slowing runoff, and providing biological uptake of nutrients. For example, bioretention systems use engineered soils and plants to filter out sediments and pollutants before water reaches streams. When scaled across a watershed, even relatively small interventions can reduce the volume and pollutant load of stormwater. Several meta-analyses indicate runoff volume reductions on the order of 30 to 60% depending on design and climate. There are economic considerations as well. Installing green infrastructure can require higher upfront investment compared with conventional pipes, but life cycle costs are often lower when you account for reduced flood damage, lower treatment costs, and benefits such as heat island mitigation. Monitoring is critical. We need both physical measurements like discharge and temperature, and biological indicators such as macroinvertebrate community composition to evaluate success. Policy tools that support these approaches include green stormwater infrastructure ordinances, incentives for permeable surfaces, and integrated watershed planning that coordinates land use and water management. Before I finish, I want to emphasize a common misconception. Green infrastructure is not a one-size-fits-all remedy. It must be tailored to soil type, slope, rainfall patterns, and the existing urban fabric. When we replace pavement with permeable surfaces and plant bioretention cells, we reduce stormwater runoff and improve water quality. In summary, urbanization poses predictable threats to stream ecosystems, but a combination of green infrastructure, adaptive management, and careful monitoring can restore many ecological functions while providing social and economic benefits. Next week, we will look at specific design guidelines for bioretention systems and review monitoring protocols in greater detail. Thank you.
Listen again to part of the lecture, then answer the question.
When we replace pavement with permeable surfaces and plant bioretention cells, we reduce stormwater runoff and improve water quality.
For more TOEFL mock tests, as well as IELTS and Cambridge practice, visit www.spinta.org. We provide updated tests every single day, AI feedback for your speaking and writing responses, and access to a wide range of high-quality mock tests to help you prepare with confidence.